To show you how a digital hall pass works. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out as if I were a student. In this case, I'm just going to write a student that's already in the system, so I'm going to just put their student ID number, their first and last name, and whether they're leaving or coming back. So if they are leaving the classroom, it's going to take them to a section where they'll have to answer more specifically why they're leaving the classroom. If they're returning, it's just going to ask them to submit the form after this. It's very important that the student does both. Once they leave, they fill this out, and once they return, they fill it out again. And this is so the computer can calculate exactly how long they were gone. So I'm going to go ahead and push leaving the classroom in this case. So when you push leaving the class, it's going to take you to this section, and this section is going to have different reasons for why this student is leaving the classroom. Now if they push any of these right here, it's just going to take them to the next section, which is just submit the form. However, if they push another teacher's room, it's going to take them to a different section, which is going to ask them specifically which teacher they are going to. I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like when you go push another teacher's room, because that one's a little different. So I'm going to push another teacher's room and push next. Now when it gets to this section, it's going to ask you, what teacher's classroom are you going to? So in this case, I'm just going to put Miss Dutchin's room. You're going to notice that next to the name, it's going to have the room number. This is to help the office and you with no understanding like where a student is. So just know that if a student picks a teacher, it will already have the room number for that teacher next to it. So I'm going to go ahead and submit that form. Now what it's going to do with all that data is it's going to bring it to a pivot table, and it's going to organize it based on the student ID number. So in this case, the student ID's number was 54321, and it's going to say that they left the classroom Monday, July 1st at 3:55 p.m. Now because they went to another teacher's room, it's going to say specifically here what teacher they went to, and if they were to go to somewhere else, it's going to tell you over here. But for this one, we went to a teacher's room. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you what the student would do once they return to the classroom. So I'm going to go ahead and submit another response. I'm going to write the student ID number, first and last name, and whether they're leaving or coming back. In this case, we're returning to the classroom. So I'm going to go next. And because there's no other questions needed with this, it's just going to ask you to submit the form. Now, what it's going to do with this data is it's going to put under that student ID number that this is the time they left, this is the time they returned. You're going to be able to see from this time exactly how long they were outside of the classroom. In this case, they were outside the classroom for 1 minute. This is to help you with understanding how long a student is gone, especially if it's over a certain time limit, you'll be able to notify the office. So this is how a student would fill out a digital hall pass. It's very easy for the student, and it's very easy for you to look at the student data this way. Hopefully this video did a good job with helping you with that.